Welcome back to the channel, Classic Volkswagen Lovers Junior with classic VW Bucks and Sonny the Super Beetle. Today, a big shout out goes to SoCal Imports for delivering my parts so fast. And let me tell you something, brother. I got a 10% discount, a sweet 10% discount code, and also I got free shipping. Yes, that's right, free shipping. Not to mention, brother, that box was pretty heavy. If you remember the last time I uploaded the video for bleeding the brake system on the Super Beetle, I encountered the issue that my main brake line was bad and it needed to be replaced. So at that time I went back inside the house and I placed an order for that whole kit to just replace that one line. But then at the same time I decided that why not purchase the front disc brake conversion kit. So I did that. I purchased the front brake disc conversion kit for Sonny, and I am going to replace the drums for brake discs. So I'll have new rotors in the car installed here pretty soon, and that's going to give me more braking power when it comes to driving the car on the road. Another thing that I will say is that today is pretty cold in here, so I'm not gonna actually work in the car today. It's actually 30 degrees here in Black Lake, Ohio. So what I'm gonna do is unbox the parts and show you the kit conversion that I purchased as well as the other parts. And then later on, when maybe I spare a few hours and the garage is warm enough, I'll come back in here and install that line. As I promised in the first video, I will actually show you the installation of the new brake line as well. I'll do a recap on how to use the brake bleeding tool that you can actually perform the job by yourself without the need or aid of somebody else pumping the brake pedal in your car. All right, so let's do that. Let's take these parts inside the house and lay them over my pool table so you can see them. We got some instructions. Make sure you read these. It's just telling you step by step on how to actually do that. And then with it, you'll have the brake disc here. There's some hardware that comes with it. There's actually two of these. I'm just going to pull one out, and there are two of these also. I'm just going to pull one out. So basically the kit, the conversion kit comes with two rotors, two of these boxes right here that I'm assuming has all of the adapting parts to do the conversion in your car, and also additional hardware to bolt onto your car. So we got that. Then I have this extra box right here that I'm going to open, and gotta find something to cut with. So one thing I want to mention that I forgot to mention earlier, at the time that I placed the order for these parts, which it was mainly for the brake line, so as I was actually looking at the kits, I thought about it. I said, well, you know what? If I'm investing the time to do a conversion kit and I am replacing the brake line, why not buy a brand new master cylinder that has the capability to do all four wheels disc brake. So that's what I did. I basically said, well, let me go ahead and think about the future. Although right now I'm only doing the front conversion kit, I don't know, maybe in the future I might entertain the idea to also do rear brakes, so conversion to disc. And that way, if that time comes and I decide to do that, then I will already be ready, because my pump, it's now capable to handle 4-wheel disc brake system. So that's something you should consider if you are thinking about doing a brake conversion. So let's see what we got here. So there's one of the lines there. There is another one right here. And then we have this other one right here. Bearings right there. My bearings. I purchased grommets for the line that will actually protect the outside diameter casing of the brake line when you're going through the firewall, so you want to replace those. And I also bought the rubber bushings for another part that I noticed that I needed to replace, and that's the steering wheel damper under my car. So I figure, since I'm going to replace that, why not go ahead and do it now. So I'm going to replace that. So what it was, just a simple brake bleeding task, has now become a more complex one, because on the road I discovered I had some issues with the brake lines which needed to be replaced. That's safety. Safety comes first. So keep that in mind. Don't cut corners. Make sure you get the right parts. And what are these? I can't recall. What are these? Oh yeah. So I also bought the reservoir to go over my master cylinder. So I'm actually going to replace the one on top of the trunk compartment. What would be your OEM common one for that one. Then now that's going to be sitting in the lower side of the front end of the car where the master cylinder is at. And here is the master cylinder new pump that I purchased to replace it. So this is actually installed in your firewall. Your brake lines connect here. These two spokes up here are the ones that connect to your hoses. Here I'll just remove these here, and then this new reservoir is going to sit on top of that. Just like so, like that. Okay, so I guess I got all the parts that I ordered. It's now a matter of having the right time to go in the garage and replace these parts to complete the task that was supposed to be a simple bleeding job or bleeding task for the car. But anyway, sometimes it's good that you see that not every single video that you see in YouTube goes as easy as you see it. A lot of those videos have a lot of editing, and for this one I figure, I'm going to try to do as least possible editing so I can show the problems that I encounter. Not to mention that you can find probably a different scenario as the one that I am showing to you now. So keep that in mind. A lot of the videos that we do, sometimes due to time and loading speeds, we have to actually edit them so that they upload faster and you see pretty much the end result. And sometimes we don't even show all of the hiccups that we may run into, that you probably run into as well. And you may wonder, why is it so easy for him to do it that way? It's not sometimes, it's just editing. So keep that in mind. A lot of the tasks or the jobs that you do in the car are very simple, and sometimes you don't even run into a situation where it gets complicated, but sometimes it does get complicated. So that being said, I pretty much show you what I got for the job that I need to do. When the time is right, the weather is right, I'll go ahead and do that. So stay put. Another video is coming pretty soon. So basically these are the parts I'm using to do that brake conversion. So again, to all my new subscribers, thank you for your support. Keep on watching. This is now video 2, unboxing the parts for that brake task that we were working initially. So now we're gonna have video number 3 that is going to be part of this brake bleeding task for your Super Beetle or maybe your Beetle. So the task and the process is the same for Beetles and Super Beetles. So again, remembering that when you are bleeding your brake lines, you start at the rear furthest end of your car, which would be your passenger rear tire. Then you move to your driver rear tire, and then you go across your car, and then you bleed the front passenger tire, and then you move over to the driver's side. That's the best way to actually bleed your brake system, because now by the time you get to the closest end, which is the steering wheel, towards the master cylinder, most of your air has already been released, and all you have in your lines is just brake fluid, which will actually provide you a better stopping power. All right, so that's it for right now. I'll probably just bring the camera over here and give you a closer look at the parts. I'm actually gonna open one of these here to show you what they look like. So this is the new rotor that is going to be installed in front of Sunny's front suspension. These are actually the calipers that will be installed. They come with the brake pads already installed. There's 2 of those, and there is 2 of these here. This is the hardware that we're going to be using to adapt this conversion kit to the car. These are the bearings that will need to be installed here. If you don't find a kit that comes with them, you can reuse yours if yours are fine. For the money that I pay for this, I thought that it was not worth the hassle to remove my old one, so I said, let's go ahead and get that kit. It comes with the new bearings, so I'm trying to make sure that when these are installed here, I don't have to worry about these going bad and having to replace them after I install the kit. So think smart, okay? Brake lines, as you can see, the longest line is gonna be this one right here. That's the one that I need to replace. These here, I will actually replace on the car as well, so that way my whole lines are new. I'll show you how I will install this one here. This here is the steering wheel damper. Basically what that does is, it's like a shock absorber when you are driving and you're going over a road that it's bumpy. It absorbs all of that vibration, making it, easier on your hands when you are steering. And then again, like I explained earlier, this is the reservoir that is going to go over the pump. So this is a brand new pump, so we're going to be replacing that. And if you need a link with a description to these parts, I'm going to do my best effort to make sure I remember to annotate them into the description of my video. Okay, so we come to the end of this video number 2, where I did the unboxing of the parts that I need to do the front brake disc conversion kit for Sonny the Super Beetle. Stay put for video number 3. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, this is Junior with a classic VW box and Sonny the Super Beetle. Junior out.